How's it going? This is Lunch with the One-Eyed Fat Man, May 25th. I think it's Tuesday, 2020. It's to pay homage to all the fallen victims of the COVID-19, doctors, nurses, paramedics, first responders, people who work at the grocery store, family members. You know, it's been a struggle for everybody. But this program here is to educate, to entertain, and to offend everybody on the planet at least once. I was just watching Wendy Williams. Who you doing? Who you doing? Who you doing? You know, that's what she likes to do. She likes to say, who you doing? But these are probably reruns. But she was talking about how hard it is for a black person to get a cab in New York City, I guess it is, where she lives. She says it's really hard, and all the audience agrees, oh, yeah, it's really hard if you're black to get a cab in New York City. Okay, you want to know what the solution is, Wendy? Get your black brothers, sons, fathers, husbands, boyfriends, get them off of drugs, get them out of jail, get them out of prison, and teach them how to drive a car, get a license, and apply to become a cab driver. Duh, that's how simple it is. And then one of these days you'll be surprised and say, wow, I didn't know Bubba knew how to drive an automatic. But I can't believe how stupid people are, man. Fucking people are just fucking idiots anymore. Over the weekend, you know, it was Memorial Weekend. I had a lot of views. And when I first started my YouTube, I didn't care, you know, like, I still don't care. But my goal was to get like 10 every hour, and I'd be happy. 10, that's all I need. 10 hits every hour. That's 240 a day. That's 480 in the 48-hour period. 480 views. Okay, over this weekend I got over 9,000. I got 9,000 views, and that's a hell of a lot for me, you know. So a lot of people, 9,000 is nothing. They get that every hour. But most of mine are haters, and this is what upsets me. You know, I read quite a bit of it. It's mainly on my meth channel because I did a thing on meth. You know, it's to show people to stay away from drugs. That's what it's mainly about. Okay, this one lady writes in, and she goes, I just watched these programs. I watched 72 programs of babies dying of cancer, you know, and I sit there and watch those. And why should these two people be alive today? Talking about me and the lady that's on the other video, you know. And I'm thinking to myself, I should have just deleted her fucking ass off forever. But anyway, I was thinking to myself, she doesn't even know me. She has no clue who I am, you know what I'm saying? And she wants me dead. Why are these two people even alive? Okay, in my mind, I'm thinking, why the fuck are you going to watch 72 babies die of cancer if there's not a fucking thing you can do about it? You know what I'm saying? It's going to affect you. I won't even watch one. You know, she shouldn't have been watching that. She shouldn't have been watching my channel. You know, she's the type of person that don't need to fucking watch shit like this. Go watch fucking Disney, man. You know, live in your fucking bubble. But why would you watch 72 babies dying of cancer, 72 different videos of babies dying of cancer, you know, and then come to my channel and write, why are these two people even alive? You know, simple-minded fucking people out there. They're so fucking stupid, you know. And I was watching Dr. Oz today. It's probably a rerun too. And like I told you, I lived in the land of funny underwear all my life. All my life, I know what's going on. Okay, they were talking about the lady that allegedly killed her kids. You know, she was in a cult or whatever. Okay, I know I'm being monitored by the Mormons. There's no doubt in my mind. They're watching my channel. It makes me laugh. Somebody watches it. They watch it so they can report to the higher ups, man. That makes me laugh. I don't give a shit. But anyway, this is what people need to do. Okay, that lady, she was LDS at one time. They need to go back and see if she's on psychotropic drugs. You know what I'm saying? How far back? More than likely she was, because a lot of people down in Utah, you know, they're on drugs. You know, I guess it's legal, but it's the pharmacists, the doctors, and all that shit. Okay, you go into Rexburg, Idaho, and you take a look at what's going on right now. Okay, her lawyer. Okay, this is just my opinion. This is just my opinion. Her lawyer is LDS. The prosecuting attorney is LDS. The judge is LDS. The police officers that arrested her are LDS. The people that work in the jail are LDS, you know, and all those people are going to try to keep out information about the church away from the press or whatever. But there should be an investigation for reals to see if she was on drugs back in the day, you know, because why the hell would anybody want to kill their kids? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? See, that's devil worshiping shit. Somehow they get the Bible translation confused. The Bible does not say kill your kids. It does not say that. You know, this is just allegedly. We haven't found out where the kids are yet, you know, but more than likely she killed them. Okay. And there's been doomsday preppers forever, you know, for a long time. People, the end of the world, the end of the world, the end of the world, the end of the world. You better be prepared, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's going to be the end of days. There is going to be the end of days. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen. You know, it's going to be a nuclear attack, volcano, EMP, meteor, asteroid, comet, whatever. It's going to hit the Earth, and it's going to cover the Earth, sun for a period of time. Okay, that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen, people. Okay. It doesn't say kill your kids. It does not say that. And see, that's satanic worship bullshit. You know, that's the way the Mormons have been for a long time. In their church, they just barely changed it not too long ago, you know, within the last 40 years or whatever. That's not too long. But anyway, if you said anything about the church, coming out of the church and told anybody what was going on in the temple, it would slit your throat. It'd go like this. This is the thing. Cut your throat, they'd use your thumb. Cut your throat, rip out your heart, and disembowel you for saying anything that was going on in the temple. Okay. Is that Christian? Is that Christianity? I don't think so. I don't think so, folks. You know, that's not Christianity at all. That's devil worship bullshit. Because they don't want people to know what the fuck's going on, you know. Because that's Satanism. That is, honestly, that's Satanism shit. And it happened for a lot of years, until people in the church started coming out and saying what was going on, you know. So if she hurt her kids, that's Satanism. More than likely, people that are in the doomsdays, you know, they're waiting for the end of days. Some people call it the doomsdays or whatever. It's the end of days. Okay, they're preparing. Okay, just in case it lasts 40 years, they may pass away in that 40-year period. But they would want somebody to carry on their name, to do this, do that. They would not want to kill their kids, you know. You know what I'm saying? So there's fucking something going on there. Pretty fucking crazy shit. Because I'd like to see, because more likely, a lot of people died through there. Like, there's 4 people, you know, involved. Her husband's, shit like that. I think she was married like 5 times. Okay, what's the Mormon religion have to say about that shit? See, if you're a man, you can have many wives, you know. When you go to heaven, you'll have many wives. What if a lady marries 5 husbands? Who's she going to sleep with when she goes to heaven? You know what I'm saying? Shit does not make sense. It does not make sense, you know. But the true Mormons, it's hard to believe it, but they're down in Mexico right now. You know, they're Mitt Romney's relatives. Mitt Romney, you can look this up. Mitt Romney's dad, I'm pretty sure, was a Mexican. You know, he's not dark complected. He's white like us, like, not like us, but like me or whatever. I don't know who's watching this. But Mitt Romney's dad was a Mexican. You know, he was born in Mexico. Because that's where the true Mormons left. They left the United States because they wanted polygamy. And they kept blood atonement and shit like that, which they believe in, blood atonement. If you go back into the 70s, I think it was the 70s or whatever, there's 2 brothers or whatever. They're called the LeBarons. I think the LeBaron family. Okay, they're the ones that keep up the real Mormon religion. For reals, man. And the Romneys related to them. I think last year, there was 2 vans of Mormons, women and children. They didn't make it to the border. The drug cartels wiped them out, you know, fucked them up pretty bad, killed every one of them. Not every one of them, but, you know, probably 10 or 12 people, because there's 2 vans full of women and children. And they were the LeBarons. And they believe what Joseph Smith said, you know, they believe that stuff. And probably part of Brigham Young, because I think they left when the United States went to Brigham Young to tell them to stop polygamy and shit like that. They didn't want to stay there and fight like Brigham Young. They decided to take their religion and go down to Mexico. but they're the true Mormons. They're not the fucking ones here at the pedophile palace in Salt Lake. Those guys just change their fucking rules every time they want. Like if the laws here say you have to change, they'll change. See, that's not religion. It's a religion, but that's not God. You know what I'm saying? See, they'll change for blacks. There's nothing wrong with blacks. I have no problem with them. Homosexuals, I don't know. I don't want to know. I'll be dead in another 10 years, so I don't care. I'm confused about homosexuality, for reals. But blacks, Hispanics, Orientals, whatever, they're the same as me. Probably homosexuals are too. I don't know. I don't want to know, I'm not curious about that. I'm not bi-curious. I'm fucking straight. No matter how you look at it, I'm going to be straight for the rest of my life. There's nothing going to change me that way, Too fucking old to change, I'm not PC either, so fuck you. Okay. But anyway, what was I saying? Fucking get lost, go off on a fucking tangent. But anyway, they changed their fucking rules to bring in their tithings and stuff like that, 501(c), because if they don't change the rules, they will turn into a business, which they are a business. Like I said, all the people in Rexburg, doctors, lawyers, judges, police officers, whatever, they're all LDS that are in on this, and they're going to try to protect the church as much as possible. They don't want the church involved at all. And there's been a lot of splinter groups that got away from the Mormons. I think Warren Jeffs, I think that was his name, I'm not for sure. Fundamentalists, I think they're called LDS fundamentalists or something like that. They try to keep the Mormon religion, but they splinter off somehow and start doing some other bullshit too. Yeah, religion is crazy, religion fanatics and stuff. God does not say kill everybody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just having water today. I ate a lot this morning. But the COVID-19, it's kind of crazy. They have that civil distancing. Is that what it's called? Civil distancing or whatever. Okay. That's what's too weird. Like, say you go to the store, 6 feet apart. Okay, everybody's wearing a mask. Okay, as you're going through the store, nobody wants to take cash, or you're going to pay with your debit card. Okay, your debit card, credit card, whatever the fuck you're going to pay with. You're going to pay with a card because it's going to be a cashless society. Okay, so you're 6 feet away. Those people that are running through there, touching those keypads and stuff like that, what if the coronavirus is on that? COVID-19's on that keypad, excuse me. So, they punch in their things, go out to the car, take their mask, touch it with their face, with their hands, touch their face, take it off, touch the steering wheel, blah, 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 rub their eyes. All those people are going to get COVID-19, because they were social distancing too. But they were in the store 6 feet apart, and they were pressing the keypads. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of confusing because some of the schools are opening up. They're only putting in so many people. This is not in our country. This is another country. They're only allowing 25% of the kids coming in or whatever. But if they're in the groups, they're only allowed 5 in a group, at a time. No more than 5. That's the max. Okay, say they got 5 kids, but there's another kid that wants to play with his 5 kids. Say he's Oriental, say he's black, say he's Hispanic, these guys are white. Okay, do you let that kid stay by himself and say, hey, that's racial discrimination? Or do you let him play with these guys and take a white kid out? You know what I'm saying? It's fucking confusing. It's going to be confusing to the kids too. That's when you have PTSD or whatever the shit is called. Because it's mind fucking, man. Mind fucking everybody. And like the sports and shit like that. Excuse me. You can't go to a sports game. You can't be in an audience in a sports game. Okay. Like basketball, baseball, football, whatever. Okay. You're going to have only 5 people in a group. That's all. That's all they allow you. 5 people. Social distancing. What about the guys in a huddle in football? Okay. You can only have 5 people in the huddle. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? This shit is hilarious, man. But it shouldn't be funny because people have died over it. But if you look at it at an angle, you're thinking, what did they do, man? What did they do? But we're in the apocalypse right now, people. I don't know how many times I got to tell you. It didn't happen till the generation of the fig tree. Some people call it parallel to the fig tree. Okay, from 1948 till 2017, 2018, right there. This is a generation. 70, that's 70 years. Okay. That's when it started happening. Okay. After that, it's the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Political, educational, monetary, religion. They're all fake. All of them are fake. People, all of them are fake. They're all fake. Okay. But the thing is, after that time, it starts to accelerate, I guess it is, like it says in the Bible, there's going to be more earthquakes. Like labor pain is going to come faster and faster and faster. More different things like that. So right now, Trump and those other guys, the people. I have nothing against Trump. I don't know what the hell. I didn't vote for him or whatever. But he's the best we can do, I guess. But anyway, they're bringing on these inoculations, and can't remember the name of it, but it's something supersonic speed or whatever they're trying to, they got some name for it. But see, even God is going to accelerate the stuff that's going to be happening. There's going to be more earthquakes. 1/3 is going to die from the pestilence of the field, or pestilence. 1/3 will die from the pestilence. That's bugs, germs, viruses, bacteria, whatever, And then 1/3 is going to die from the beasts of the fields, cows, pigs, chickens, whatever. But I noticed that the people that are getting infected are the people that are working at the meat factories. Even here in Jerome, there's 40 people that was tested positive for the coronavirus. So I don't know if that's COVID-19 or not, but it's in the meat, And there's another one down in Utah. This thing too, Utah, you got to watch out for those son of a bitches. Okay, they're dumping milk right and left. Okay, why dump the milk? People are bitching about it. So now they're making cheese out of it, and they're giving it to the poor, whatever. See, people need to investigate that guy there that's dumping milk, because he's getting some money from somewhere, And it's called bleeding the beast. That's what they call it, bleeding the beast. They're going to see how much money they can get from the government. That way go into the church. But you got to watch those guys. And why would anybody do that? The thing is, like the cows, the pigs, the milk, and all that, all these farmers are dumping this shit. Okay. But we still have the small farmers, like we used to have 20, 30 years ago. Some farmer on a dairy had 100 cows. Those people are gone. Same with the pigs. They have 50, 60 pigs. Those farmers are gone. Those pig farmers or whatever. And same with the dairies, the feedlots or whatever. 100 cows or 100 pigs or whatever is nothing, So see, the big farmers now, they're dumping the shit because they have so much waste. But if they had the smaller farms and stuff like that, they wouldn't be wasting that. Somehow those people would figure out what to do with the meat, the milk, the vegetables and stuff like that. But they expanded so damn big, they took away the small farmers' jobs. And there's nobody there to cover up the loss. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to be stupid to be dumping shit like that. I can't believe how stupid we have become. That's like me. I got different stations on my channel. There's something there for everybody. Like this right here. This is not for everybody. So if you get pissed off, fuck you, man. Go somewhere else. I don't give a shit. Same with my math. My math is for simple-minded people. That there is supposed to be to help people, to show you this is what drugs will do to you. It's like that lady who says she watched 72 babies die. What the hell for? Why? Because you're mentally ill? You're sick? People shouldn't be watching that either. I don't know why that's even on YouTube. It's like people watching, what's that shit called? Not blisters, but pus infections or whatever. That's a big deal now. They watch, I don't know what the hell those things are called. When you get pus on them, some sort of infection, you squeeze them out and they put the camera right there and you see all the shit oozing out of your arm or your leg or your cheek or your forehead or whatever the fuck they are. And people watch that. Millions and millions and millions of people watch that. I can't even stand to watch it once, But, yeah, it's kind of weird. I had 9,000 views in the last couple of days. I don't know if somebody could click, or if I actually did have 9,000 views. But I got a lot of haters, though. I know that. And I'm just rambling on. But, yeah, they need to investigate that lady in her past to see where she fucking went off the deep end. She went off the deep end somewhere. And what caused it. That's like PTSD, like I said. I was talking about Navy people that were on the ship. You know, they kept them out there, and a lot of people were sick and stuff like that, and they kept them out there. Most people, it wouldn't affect them. You know, it'll affect them a little bit. They'll get upset and stuff like that. But some people will affect them mentally for the rest of their fucking life because they're thinking that they're on that ship and they're going to die there. They're not going to die in battle. They're not going to die with their family or friends or parents or whatever. They're going to die with these other sailors, and they're all just going to die, you know, from COVID-19. You know, it's going to affect them. That's PTSD, because most military people don't go into battle. You know, less than 10% go into battle. But there's a lot of people, a lot of vets that commit suicide, you know. They say 20 a day, but they do. The military will mind fuck you hard, man. You know, they'll brainwash you, and that's a problem. And I hate to say that, but yeah, I went off on a tangent yesterday talking about the maritime laws and shit like that. See, what I wanted to talk about was like 3 deaths that was I knew in the guards. You know, there was a lot more than that. A lot of people died. People from Vietnam and stuff like that were still in the guards when I was there. But there's 3 of them that I remember. One did die in combat, actual combat. His name was Ed Muller. I think his name was Muller. Anyway, I didn't know him personally, but I knew what happened. They're in a Bradley fighting machine over in Iraq, Desert Storm, and they got into a battle, which they shouldn't have been there because the Bradley should not be there. And their main gun, I think it was maybe a 20 millimeter. I'm not for sure, maybe 40 millimeter. I've never been in a Bradley. Been in an M1A1, but I don't know what the fuck, what size they fire. Anyway, that was out of commission. So probably all they had was like a 50 cal. But they were in a battle, and they got hit. You know, probably not an M1A1, but a T tank from the Soviets. The Soviets had the T tanks. You know, 54, 55, 62, 64, 70. You know, the tanks. Those are Russian Soviet tanks. Hit them guys, and it killed them all. You know, they shouldn't have been there. Okay, I remember that death. Another death was my tank commander. He was a school teacher too, because he's in the Guard. You know, he has 2 or 3 different jobs besides National Guard. Anyway, he was going home after school, and he had his wheels cranked to turn into his driveway. Another car from behind him hit him doing 55 miles an hour, pushed his vehicle. He had like a scrambler. I don't know what those things are, Suzuki Scrambler or something like that, really small. Anyway, hit him from the back, knocked him into oncoming traffic, and the traffic hit him. And the guy that hit him in the back said it wasn't his fault, it was the other guy's fault. But anyway, he died. And this other guy, Troy, you know, was a good friend of mine. He ended up committing suicide. It's sad to say, but anyway, his tank commander was having an affair with his wife. And his tank commander was his best friend. He found out, took a bunch of pills, and killed himself. But I was going to say that yesterday because it was Memorial Weekend. But I got off on a tangent on something else. But those are the 3 main people that passed away that I remember. But there's a lot of other ones. You know, some people died of cancer, some people died of old age or whatever. You know, there's a lot of people that I was in the Guard with that died. But those are the 3 main that I'll remember those guys forever. You know, Mueller, I didn't know him personally, but I remember the story that they were telling, how he died. He shouldn't have been there, man. You know, it's crazy. Shit happens, you know, we all got to go some way. You know, we all got to go some way. You know, COVID-19, car wreck, suicide, drug overdose, you know, being murdered, electrocution, being hung. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's somebody watching. I can't read it, but hopefully I'm not boring you too much. But this is Lunch with the One-Eyed Fat Man. Thank you if I did get 9,000 views the last couple days. You know, I got a lot of haters, and I deleted a lot of the messages off. But that one lady just pissed me off. I should have blocked her for life. When she watched 72 kids die of cancer, why would anybody even want to do that? And then come to me on my channel and ask, why are these 2 people still alive? She doesn't even know me. She has no clue who I am. I have no clue who she is, but I know she's already whacked. You know, I know she's whacked. You don't do that. You don't watch that kind of stuff. It will affect you for reals, because that's real life drama. You know, that's not make believe bullshit. That's kids actually dying in real life. You know, why would you even want to watch that? See mine, you watch mine, it's meth. You can tell people, hey, see this lady on meth? Don't fucking do that shit. You know. Well, this is Lunch with the One-Eyed Fat Man, May 25th, 2020. Have a good day. God bless. Take care. Be good. And always share.